All right, what's happening, folks? Welcome to the channel. My name is Jason. Thanks for joining me. Today is Saturday, and I wanted to talk about a couple things. Number one, I wanted to thank my sponsors of my channel, Napa Cigars, Napa Cigar Society, JC Newman Cigars. They have been with me since the beginning of my channel, and I appreciate very much. Second thing I wanted to thank is all of you guys out there who have subscribed to my channel over the past month. My channel literally exploded, and I went from I don't know, close to 300 subscribers, and then just over the last month, I think I'm now at 530. So I wanted to thank all you guys for subscribing to my channel. I'm trying to put out the best content for you that I can, as far as cigars that I smoke and some product stuff, and what cigars are good, what cigars might be bad. But I try to be a little bit unbiased when it comes to that stuff. So anyway, but again, thank you guys very much for subscribing to my channel. But what I wanted to talk about today was something a little bit different. So I posted a video yesterday. You may have seen it. I had a pack of 5 cigars, and I pulled one out, lit it, and then obviously cut it, lit it, and then smoked it. But during the process of doing that, I cut a cigar twice in the video, and I don't know if anybody noticed that, but a couple people did, because they messaged me on Instagram asking me what the purpose of cutting that cigar twice was. Well, that's what's called a crown cut. Sometimes people call it a double V-cut, but in order to do that, you obviously need a V-cutter, and I'll show you guys what that is. But I recommend getting a high quality cutter that's sharp, and you notice in all my videos I use Colibri cutters. I do have a Xikar cutter as well, but make sure you buy something that's sharp, because if you don't, you're going to just end up crushing the end of your cigar. That's one of the things you don't want to do. But make sure you get a quality cutter, and then all you need is a cigar. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my GoPro down to where my ashtray is right here, and I'm going to explain to you guys the process of cutting the cigar. Like I said, sometimes it's called a double cut, a double V cut. Sometimes people call it a crown cut. That's how I know it as, and I learned it probably 10 years ago when I was working at Napa Cigars. A gentleman came in there and he said, I want to buy a cigar. Went and purchased his cigar, and he was at the counter and he cut it twice. I saw him do it, and I was like, I've never seen that before. And he explained to me what it was, and I thought it was kind of cool, and I've been doing it pretty much ever since then. But what it does is it gives you a little bit more airflow through the cigar, in my opinion anyway, and I know a lot of people who use that particular cut, they say the same thing. So anyway, let me move my camera down here, and then I'll show you how it's done. We'll go from there. Actually, I just thought about something. I don't even need to move my camera down, because I can actually do it right here, but I'm going to go ahead and adjust it real quick so you can see a little better. There you go. So let me explain to you how a V-cut works. So what you're going to need, or how a double V-cut works, what you just need a cigar. This is an EP Carrillo, which really has nothing to do with the with the explanation of what I'm about to show you, but very good cigar, by the way, if you've not had one. So all you do is you just need your cutter. So let me show you how this works. So the cigar itself doesn't need to be facing in any particular direction. You're just going to cut it. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your V-cutter, place it on top of your cigar, right, and then you're going to cut. So that's going to give you that sharp V right there. Hopefully you can see that. And then you got your little piece, what's left inside of here, so I'm just going to take that out. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your V-cutter and you're going to turn it the opposite direction. So now it's facing the other way. So now when I push down and I cut again, just like that, now you got what's called the crown cut. And hopefully you can see that, and it looks like a crown. And that's how that works. So there it is. So either you call it a double V cut or a crown cut, or however you want to call it, but again, it looks like a crown, and this will give you a little bit more airflow through your cigar. So that's how that works. And I wanted to talk about something else while I was out here. So another cool way to cut a cigar is what's called, I commonly refer to as, I've heard it called a Cuban cut, and I heard that from somebody who was actually from Cuba, and I've also heard it called an angle cut. So let me explain to you what that is. So this is a El Baton from JC Newman Cigars. Now this angle cut, or Cuban cut, it works with cigars that have a tapered edge on it, something like a Torpedo, a Bellicoso, even Lanceros work that way. So let me pull this out of the package and I'll show you how this works. So the way the angle cut works is you're obviously going to need a straight cutter this time. I don't think it's going to work with a V-cutter. I've never tried it, but it may. If you figure it out, let me know. But anyway, you're just going to need just a guillotine cutter like this. Again, this one is from Xikar, and I've had this for a long time. It's been very, very sharp the whole time I've had it, and I've probably owned this cigar cutter for, I don't know, 7-8 years maybe. Never had to resharpen it once. So here's a cigar right here, and here's the cutter right here. Now it's very important. You don't want to take off a whole lot of the cigar, because again, if you do, the cigar is going to end up unraveling, and that's not what you want. You just want to do a little bit. So I'll show you how this works, and hopefully the camera can pick this up. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your cigar like this, and you're just going to hold this at an angle, and I'll kind of show you about, if you can see that, that's about where you want it. Kind of, I guess maybe 45 degrees, and I'll show you when I do it, when I cut it. There you go. That's what's called an angle cut or a Cuban cut. And again, just kind of an interesting way to cut a cigar. And again, I found with these cigars that are tapered like that, it will give you a little bit more airflow, or a better draw, I should say, as you're smoking the cigar. So, perfect. And again, it works on like a Bellicoso, a Torpedo, and Lanceros. Those are probably your best bets. I've never used it on a cigar such as this because, again, if you cut too far into the cigar, it's going to end up unraveling, because there's a point on the cigar, what's called a cap, and if you typically cut past that cap, the cigar will end up unraveling. And let me go grab another cigar and I'll kind of show you what I mean, or I might find some kind of visual aid so you can see. Give me 1 second. Alright, so I went and got the latest issue of Cigar Aficionado magazine. I want to show you what I'm talking about, because it's as far as the cap is concerned, a lot of people I know there's a lot of newer cigar smokers who have subscribed to my channel, so let me explain to you what the cap is. And I'm kind of watching my phone down here so I can see, so I'm going to point to it right here. On this cigar right here, you can see that point right there. That's what's called the cap. You can see that line right there on the very top. That's what's called the cap. And again, like I said, if you cut past that point when you're cutting a cigar, it's just going to continue to unravel as you're smoking the cigar, and that's not what you want. That's going to be a very, very bad cigar smoking experience. So just remember, you don't want to get cut past that point. And like I was talking about on this cigar right here, this is the El Baton. You can see that top height right there where the cap is, and you can see I didn't go past that as I did that angle cut. And that's why the cigar is not unraveled. And again, when you're doing that cut, that's really the angle right there that you want. And that, again, you can use it on a Lancero, a Torpedo, this kind of a cigar. And I don't recommend using like on a Robusto, or a Corona, anything that's of that size. You can try it. I don't recommend it because, again, you might get past that point. And again, here one more time, here's the crown cut. Just wanted to show that real quick. Alright, so there you go. If anybody has any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. If you have any questions about anything you've seen on my channel, leave in the comment section down below. If you have anything that you'd like to see upcoming on my channel, leave in the comment section down below. And again, I'm trying to give everybody the best information out there about cigars. Again, this was just another little tool you can have in your toolbox if you're a newer cigar smoker. A couple different ways to cut cigars, and also you can see some of the cigars that I enjoy. Everything that I've posted on my channel, all those short videos and whatnot, those are cigars that I do enjoy smoking. I find that there's not a whole ton of cigars out there that I actually hate. There are a few, or that I've hated, I should say, in the past that I've smoked. There are a few, but for the most part, I do enjoy the hobby of smoking cigars. So anyway, again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, folks.